to the Royal Rumble continues with the A show, that being Smackdown, because, Raw has its moment every now and again, but Smackdown, that's where the action's at.
Keeping it consistent, Smackdown Live.
Yes. And then followed by 205 Live. Therefore, welcome to Tuesday Night Live.
Woo!
We're going to talk about both of the live shows that are on Tuesday. Makes sense, I think.
Fuck it.
We're doing it live. We started live with the Ambrose Asylum.
That was fun.
The first ever Ambrose Asylum of 2017, and the first ever edition hosted by the Intercontinental Champion. But not the first time it was hosted by Dean Ambrose.
No. He does announce, however, that he's going to be the first champion of WWE to enter himself into the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And his guest is going to be The Miz, and Miz decides not to wait for his introduction. He comes out and he immediately starts pointing the finger at Dean Ambrose, saying that, you coerced your way to the Intercontinental title last week. You talked the referee into keeping the match going, even though he should have ended it via disqualification. Blah, blah, blah. So before I sue the hell out of you, I'm going to give you a chance to just give me the championship.
Dean had something for The Miz.
He did.
Wasn't the belt.
And it was under Maurice, the crocodile head.
Yeah.
No, it was not the belt. It was the Miz's Participation Award that he received after his loss to AJ Styles back at TLC. And
he tried.
And he tried. Miz didn't take too kindly to it. Started to beat down Dean Ambrose. But a miscommunication between the Miz and Maurice caused Maurice to slap the hell out of the Miz, and then Dean Ambrose dropped him with a Dirty Deeds.
And then he gave the participation trophy to Maurice.
And she didn't like it either.
No. But she tried.
And that was about all we got from Miz and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
So we moved right along to where we have other heightened tensions between Nikki and Natalya after Natalya confirmed that she was the one that attacked Nikki back at Survivor Series.
Because she's a bitch.
And then she said the nasty words, I believe last week, when she told Nikki that she was going to die alone because her beauty would fade and John Cena was going to leave her. So they were supposed to have a match, which Natty actually attacked Nikki before the match. So the match never actually happened
because Nikki also attacked Natalya before the match.
Yeah, because it turned into a fucking brawl.
Heyo.
Spear in the middle of the ring, spear out on the ramp, and then just a good old 5 or 6 minutes of Nikki and Natalya beating the shit out of each other, and the referees doing a very lackluster job to break them apart. But it was fun to watch the two of them beat the crap out of each other for a while.
Yeah. Natty put a stiff boot in Nikki's head.
Yeah, she did. She booted her right in the face. But yeah, no, this SmackDown, every time we had a segment, that was about it. There was something new almost every segment. The only thing we really built up to was our main event with 2 promos from the guys who were in the match.
Yeah, it was kind of cool that the whole SmackDown didn't just repeat itself over and over and over again.
It was nice. We didn't even get we didn't even get a whole lot of recaps.
No.
Just before the segments, we got this is what led up to this segment. Boom, there we go, done. And we didn't replay it 1,000 times throughout the night. Speaking of which, last week Dolph super kicked Kalisto in the face, and then had a little altercation with Apollo Crews in the back. Therefore, Kalisto challenged him to a match this week on SmackDown.
And he sucks at interviews now. He forgot how to talk.
Dolph just didn't have anything to say about what he did last week.
No, it's called how it is. He forgot how to talk.
All right. Dolph Ziggler forgot how to talk. Apparently super kicking Kalisto and then fighting backstage with Apollo Crews just nullifies your ability to do promos. Okay. So we had Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler, which was a very back and forth endeavor, and we started to see more of the cocky side kind of show itself in Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
Despite his usual intensity and his ability to work in the ring, he was kind of hitting very lackadaisical cut. What are you doing?
Steve is fighting me.
You're just turning Steve upside down? Okay.
Well, he fell. That's his punishment.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Now
He's the rest of the rundown upside down.
So yeah, like, you know, Dolph's still hitting these moves the way he would, but he's not taking care of the pinfalls, and that ended up being his undoing because he had Kalisto down, and he tried to go for just like a lazy, like lounging pin, and then Kalisto was able to roll him over into a crucifix, and Kalisto picked up the win. But Dolph wasn't done. He beat down Kalisto, go out and grab a chair, attack him a little bit more, and just as he's about to walk away, Apollo Crews is like, "Motherfucker, please!" And then he started to attack Dolph Ziggler. But then Dolph got the advantage on Apollo Crews.
Because he said, "Oh yeah, I have that chair in the ring."
And then he beat both Apollo Crews and Kalisto down with a chair. So now, Dolph Ziggler's making a lot of enemies real quick.
Yeah, and then my favorite part to come out of this whole thing is like finding out that later on Talking Smack, we're gonna have Dolph Ziggler and Mojo Rawley. Because reasons.
Well, the best part is that you said
Yeah.
while we were watching that Dolph Ziggler and Mojo Rawley, like that's the way you're gonna get Dolph Ziggler to get heat is if you team him up with Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be on Talking Smack together. We haven't watched Talking Smack yet, so more than likely it's just they're gonna be the next ones to have a match because Mojo Rawley was there when Dolph Ziggler fought Apollo Crews. But who knows?
Who was the other one that was there?
Rhino.
Oh yeah.
Well, Rhino was not on SmackDown this week.
No.
But we did have a very
He's busy trying to grow his facial hair back out.
yeah. We did have a very confident American Alpha as they go into their tag team title rematch against the Wyatt family, saying that they understand what the Wyatt family is all about, but the Wyatt family isn't going to be the ones to take the titles away from American Alpha. And the Wyatts did a little scary promo just before it.
Yeah.
And then we had, instead of Randy and Luke this time, we had Randy and Bray Wyatt.
AKA Team Brandy.
Team Brandy taking on American Alpha for the tag team titles. Some interference from Luke Harper every now and again. What was it?
The Sinister Sycamore.
The Sinister Sycamore. Because Morrow.
AKA the Spooky Shrub Head.
Well, it was even better that American Alpha were like, it doesn't matter if you're a god or a serpent or whatever Luke Harper is, because Luke Harper doesn't have like a little nickname or like something he's compared to, so Morrow gave them something.
Scary tree.
He's a scary tree. Yeah.
I like it when JBL used to call him a zombie.
Yeah, no, and he had the whole like eye gimmick, so he should like. I felt like he should be like the one, like if he should like be able to like see into people or something. Like he should have like major insight.
Yeah, when he cuts them open, he can see into them.
Well, that comes later. I meant like into like their mind, like he can read people's minds or like I don't know. Give him something.
Give him a knife. He can see into
He'll
people.
kill people. We can't give him a knife. What's wrong with you?
A knife and some binoculars.
No. Jesus Christ.
This is real deep into him.
But yeah, Harper got involved a few times, a lot of stalking around the ring, but he was actually able to kind of, because American Alpha was like running shit for a while.
Yeah.
Chad Gable with that I'm gonna make you think about it German suplex, hitting Randy Orton, Bray and Jason Jordan were down on the outside at this point, and then Harper ends up getting up on the apron, and that distracts Chad Gable. Randy Orton's able to poke Chad in the eye, and then he like grabbed him and swung him around through the ropes for his second rope DDT, which actually knocked Harper off of the apron.
Yeah.
And after hitting the DDT,
I'm calling Harper out on that one because he was just up on the apron way too long.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily need to be there, so Randy didn't really think. I was like, okay, I'm going to set up for my move. Oh, what the hell are you doing, Luke? So Randy hits the DDT, starts setting up for the RKO, and then Luke decides he didn't like that very much, so he gets up, ends up distracting Randy Orton, who gets shoved into Luke Harper, back rolled into an O'Connor roll, and Chad Gable for the second time pins Randy Orton, and American Alpha retains the tag team titles.
Good Chad.
Then we had some very a very heated stare down between Harper and Orton that was about to get physical before Bray Wyatt got in the middle of them.
He said, "Kids, don't make me turn this ring around."
And then Bray Wyatt ended up getting the aggression by accidentally getting super kicked by Luke Harper.
Yeah.
And then Bray Wyatt stormed away like the most pissed off.
Uncle Bray mad.
Yeah. No, he wasn't having it. So I'm wondering where this leaves the Wyatt family, and I mean we're probably leading towards the Randy Orton leaves the Wyatt family bit. But is this going to cause tension between Bray and Luke, or are we just kind of stray away and just have them like continue on as a tag team? I don't know. When's Eric Rowan coming back? I don't know.
Where is Braun Strowman in all of this?
He's on Raw.
Oh yeah.
He's still part of the Survivor Series team that keeps fighting all the time on Raw.
Family Feud.
Yeah. We had some other ladies' action later on in the show. First, we had Becky Lynch trying to explain to Daniel Bryan what happened with La Luchadora and Alexa Bliss last week.
Yeah.
And saying that I don't know what happened, but I did make Alexa Bliss tap out, so that should count for something. And Alexa's
does.
And Alexa's like, no. Not getting a title match, and Daniel's like, actually, she is.
Yeah, she tried really hard to talk her way out of it, and Brian was like, I see through all your bullshit.
Yeah, Brian's like, so next week, the fact that you did tap out, you are going to defend your championship against Becky Lynch, but to make sure that all these Las Luchadoras stay out of the match, it's going to be inside a steel cage.
The joke's going to be on him when the cage descends and it's just made of Las Luchadoras.
That is the most disturbing thing. Like, you saw Jeepers Creepers? People like stitched together on the wall? Yeah, I just saw a cage made of, ew. That's gross.
That's not what I was going for.
That's what I thought of. It's gross.
Yeah, it is. Sick fuck.
Gross. You know what else is gross? Carmella's Worth. Which would be up next as Carmella took on CJ Lund, a.k.a. Thunder Kitty, for those of you that pay attention to independent wrestling. Carmella, JBL, man, he didn't have anything nice to say about Thunder Kitty.
This whole match, he doesn't appreciate anything that was happening.
He didn't want Ellsworth out there. He didn't want Ellsworth with Carmella. He didn't want Thunder Kitty out there. He didn't want a damn thing to do with this match at all. But Carmella does end up beating Thunder Kitty with the help of James Ellsworth a couple of times. She ends up trying to drop her with a forearm, and that doesn't work. And then she ends up hitting the wonkiest complete shot I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then locks in the Code of Silence. And Carmella picks up the win. And then we found out that Carmella's going to take James Ellsworth on a shopping spree next week.
Oh, boy.
So, SmackDown, you're doing the Raw thing.
Oh, boy.
Don't do the Raw thing.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully it's just one segment. If it's one segment, I'll forgive you. But if it goes more than once...
Oh, boy.
Don't go more than once.
You're going to recap it.
God, don't do that. But then we have our main event, which is Baron Corbin versus John Cena.
Stamos!
John Cena. John Stamos is on Fuller House.
He is. Sometimes. Got renewed for a third season.
Cool. I just finished second season the other day.
It's really good.
Yeah. But we're talking about SmackDown.
It was alright.
Yeah, I was really disappointed with this match.
I really want to feel like they wanted to play up the fact that Cena hasn't been wrestling full time.
Which is why I was kind of hoping that, like, for me, I understand that we're trying to build John Cena to be the challenger for AJ at the Rumble.
Yeah.
But I feel like a cheap win for Corbin in this match wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like, because Corbin was dominant for most of the match, and I don't mind Cena coming back and, you know, hitting all of his moves and, like, having that moment where you think he's going to win. But you're also trying to build up Corbin as this monster. Like before Undertaker, he was the biggest guy from SmackDown going into the Royal Rumble.
Well, before Undertaker, he was the only guy from SmackDown going into the Rumble.
True. But still, other than Undertaker, he's the biggest guy going. Oh yeah, we didn't mention that The Miz is also in the Rumble.
Oh yeah.
We forgot about that part.
Not important. He ain't gonna win.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like...
Xavier Woods has a better chance of winning than The Miz.
You're right. All three members of the New Day have a much better chance than The Miz does.
I think they're going to have a triple win this year.
The New Day's
just going to take it.
Alright.
They're going to win. They're going to beat Kevin Owens or Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. They're going to freebird the title.
But yeah, no, I feel like a cheap win, you know, some sort of shenanigan win for Baron Corbin wouldn't have been a bad idea in this particular match, but it was just a regular old John Cena win.
Yeah.
Nothing special happened afterwards either. We just had AJ stand up on the commentary table with the championship and yell at John Cena.
Then it was over.
Yeah.
Kyle's back.
Let's go to 205 Live.
Woo!
Where we started with Noam Dar taking on Cedric Alexander with his girlfriend
and Excalibur.
With his girlfriend Alicia Fox.
The beautiful
Alicia Fox. And we all know that on Raw, Alicia Fox kissed Noam Dar, so you know he came out and said that, you know what, Alicia Fox, you kissed me last night. You might think that might be enough to scare me, but after I destroy your boyfriend
and emasculate him.
Yeah, emasculate your boyfriend. How about you give me another one? And this was a really good match though.
Especially if you like watching Noam Dar get beat up.
Yeah, Noam Dar got the shit kicked out of him.
Like the first third of the match, he got zero offense.
Yeah, no, it was, you know, a lot of aggression was on the side of Cedric Alexander because he's been losing multiple times. Noam Dar keeps showing up in these weird ass situations and messing with Alicia Fox, and so you know he's obviously got the edge on his side, not Adam Copeland, but the advantage, just because
like the Razor's Edge.
No, that's Scott Hall's. He's just extra aggressive. But you know, Noam Dar being a sneaky, creepy little bastard, does end up getting
Scottish Super Creeper.
Scottish Super Creeper. It gets a couple of moments in, and then like he really starts to target the arm of Cedric Alexander, like gets it stuck between the stairs. And then that's when Alicia really starts to get herself involved in the match.
Yeah, because he's like gonna run and like probably drop kick the steps or something and to crush the arm between the steps and the ring post.
Yeah.
And Alicia actually throws herself in the way so Noam Dar wouldn't hit it.
Yeah, and then...
And he's like, what the hell are you doing, Alicia Fox?
And then while he's talking to Alicia Fox, he doesn't realize that Cedric Alexander has gotten back up and then fucking drop kicks the shit out of him through the ropes. Oh my god. I thought Alicia was going to get hit, but Noam Dar took the whole shot.
If Noam Dar's neck was any thinner, his head would have come completely off.
Well, and then earlier we had the miscommunication where Noam Dar probably thought he was going to get chopped and he got a forearm to the face instead.
Yeah. He got the European uppercut and like Cedric's arm smacked him and his fist was like...
Yeah, just like straight up shot right to the jaw and the mouth. Like busted his lip open. It was just... Yeah. It was a bad day to beat Noam Dar until...
Yeah.
Cedric Alexander was...
Going for a moonsault?
Yeah, he was pretty much guaranteed to win here. Win it for a moonsault. And then Alicia Fox...
Panicked?
Alicia Fox panics and pulls Noam Dar out of the way.
And then she went backstage and punched John Cena in the face.
Well, it was right after SmackDown. She couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then
It's a throwback to an older.
So Noam Dar gets up,
match.
Like he's just looking at her like, you helped me. Like, are we? Hang on. And he gets up, hits a running knee on Cedric Alexander. Noam Dar picks up the win, and then, he's all excited. He's out there, with Alicia Fox, and then she slaps the shit out of him again. So he walks away.
And he's just like, I'll be watching you.
But then Cedric gets out and just kind of like death glares at Alicia Fox. And then they all storm away. And then we had the moment in the back where Cedric was not happy and Alicia Fox was like trying to, she doesn't know why she did it. She's completely confused, as is everyone. And
yeah,
he ends it. He's like, you know what? We're done. You can have Noam Dar. I don't care. But you and I, we're done. And then we got the return of crazy Alicia Fox, and she loses her fucking mind, and it was amazing.
I feel like we're gonna get an explanation to where like maybe crazy Alicia Fox is sort of like a dissociative personality disorder.
Like when things aren't going her way, she just like snaps, and
yeah.
It's like, or when something traumatizing happens to her.
And so like maybe that's why she helped Noam Dar, is because maybe crazy Alicia Fox likes Noam Dar, but regular Alicia Fox likes Cedric Alexander.
I can only hope that that's the situation we're gonna get, because, man.
Then we end up like a trio in sort of the way that Son of Havoc and Helico and Evilise were during like the first season of Lucha Underground.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if we get Noam Dar coming out with just Alicia Fox throwing shit everywhere, I'm okay with this. That's what I want on 205 Live and Monday Night Raw. That'll save Monday Night Raw for me.
Alicia Fox just throwing shit
Just
around.
throwing shit around. Because the last time we started throwing shit around on Raw, she hit Nia Jax in the face, and it was funny. I mean, I like Nia Jax, but it was just the situation. Anyway, we had Brian Kendrick, who was none too happy about getting misted in the face last week by Tajiri.
I don't know many people who'd be excited about it.
Called Tajiri a sneaky snake and a sneaky sneak.
It's sneaky.
And said that, he's lucky not to be blind.
Underestimate the power of the sneakiness.
Very sneaky, sir.
Man, all sorts of weird references today.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's none too happy, and so he decides that, he's going to take all of his aggression out on Sean Maluta.
Yeah.
And I thought Sean Maluta was going to win.
It almost seemed too much like Sean Maluta was supposed to win. But then he didn't.
Yeah. He had a good match, though. This was probably the best Sean Maluta match. Sean Maluta's good, but this is probably the best match I've seen him have on WWE. Him and Kendrick have really good chemistry together. And it was, he got some good shots. Nothing too out of the ordinary for him, though. He did almost squish Kendrick's head with that rolling senton off the apron, though. He ended up going up to the top, trying to hit one of those regular old Samoan splashes.
That was like a lowdown.
Was it a lowdown?
Yeah. It was straight up
getting a little D-low with it?
Yeah. Kendrick gets the knees up, rolls it into a cradle. Maluta kicks out, but unfortunately gets rolled right into the captain's hook.
Yeah. Doesn't last a whole lot of time in the captain's hook. He
a whole long water.
Yeah, he tapped pretty quick in there.
Yeah, he was done.
And
he got a dog, a little longy. It's another reference.
Yeah. That might be the weirdest one.
Yeah?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I haven't really been counting, so. So yeah. So Brian Kendrick, we're building a feud with him and Tajiri. I'm not sure when that match is supposed to happen, but I'm sure it'll take place in the next couple weeks. But another match that's been going along for a while now has been Jack Gallagher versus Arya Daivari.
Hey, time for parlay.
Yeah, Jack just wants to finish things. He's like, you know what? Let's just put everything aside. Let's finish this now. There's no point in making this continue. And his ultimate decision with this, just because Arya Daivari is kind of a dick.
Scoundrel.
That one. Sorry.
Gentleman for dick.
Yes. I'm not a gentleman, so I'm just going to say he's a dick.
You're a scoundrel.
I am a scoundrel. I'm going to fuck.
I'm scooting away from you, you scoundrel. Don't besmirch my honor.
I don't give a fucks.
It's honor with a U.
Honor?
Honor.
He comes up with the idea of a I forfeit match, which is a gentleman's version of an I quit match. Where not only is there no disqualification, no count out, no pinfall, but once one of the participants says I forfeit, that is the end of the feud between the two of them. I'm going to be real. If they do this, and this is the last time for at least a couple months we don't get Jack Gallagher versus Arya Daivari, I will appreciate the fact that they said this is the end and it actually is.
Yeah.
Because Raw's not very good at that.
No.
You know, like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
They're not really good at that. So if
like
this
the end, the final feud-crushing match, fucking match of the year candidate, awesome fucking showdown between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens 3 weeks later on Raw at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So if they do this, this will be awesome. But then Daivari, being Daivari, gets Jack all riled up, and then
he threw
William
out of the ring.
You don't do that to him.
That besmirched more than Jack Gallagher's honor.
Yeah, besmirched his umbrella. So the Jack lost his shit and threw furniture around and then beat the hell out of Daivari.
And then the referees came back out.
Yeah.
And they're like, this again? Fuck.
These guys are bigger than Nikki and Natalia. We actually have to try. And it's not as fun to watch.
They were already exhausted from the first one.
And then they're not as fun to watch roll around on top of each other. So they tried a little harder, got them separated. So
except for that one ref.
That one ref? Like that one ref that was going to ask Nikki Bella if she was going to give up to the sharpshooter on the outside?
Maybe that one. I don't know. I don't think that one.
But yeah, we don't exactly know when the I forfeit match is supposed to happen.
Yep.
They didn't give us a date.
Nope.
But
Royal Rumble pre-show.
Maybe.
Or next week on 205 Live.
Maybe. We'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out throughout the week. We might. They might mention something on NXT tomorrow. But we'll know for sure next week by Raw and or 205 Live.
Yeah.
But then we have our main event, which is Rich Swann taking on Tony Nese.
Good match.
Good match. Rich Swann's got a new jacket. Looks cool.
Yep.
Tony Nese, man, he
got some new muscles.
Yeah, he's always got new muscles. His muscles have new muscles.
He changes his muscles every week.
All the time, just rearranges them so they look different every week. That's like a really fucked up Mr. Potato Head.
Muscle Potato Head.
No, like he's got some cool new moves that he pulls out every once. I love that knee that popped Swann up off the top rope onto his arm, and then he did like the slam with it. He had like a good series of moves a couple times. It was a good back and forth match. Like neither of them really dominated the match for most of it, and it was good. But Rich Swann, being the champion and being in a major situation as far as the title is concerned, ends up picking up the win with a rich kick out of nowhere, and then calls out Neville for...
Is that an RKO?
No, rich kick.
Rich kick out of nowhere.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Amasis isn't Rich Swann. Rich Swann is Randy Orton. Rich Swann called out Neville just by kind of being a dick, saying that he looked like a gargoyle. And then he was trying to say that 205 Live was his show because he is the champion. And then Neville's like, bitch, I've been destroying people for the last few weeks. I'm pretty sure this is my show.
And then Rich Swann's like, oh, your ears are big.
And then Neville's like, bitch, you can't hurt me with your words.
Stupid American.
And I'm not going to get in that ring unless you give me a match for that championship.
And Rich is like, you name the time, you name the place.
Well, fine.
I'm a John Cena this bitch.
Fine, then I'm going to say San Antonio at the Rumble, bitch.
Oh no! The king of the cruiserweights at the Royal Rumble.
Makes sense.
Hey.
So we do, in fact, have
Nudge, nudge.
a Cruiserweight Championship match at the Royal Rumble between Neville and Rich Swann.
It's going down in San Antonio.
You tried. That was good.
Yeah.
You want a Miz Participation Award?
You got one?
Not.
Fuck off.
I get it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click the links down in the description to say all of our social medias.
There's a lot of them.
That didn't work as well as I wanted to.
SoundCloud link takes you to all the podcast versions.
Yeah.
Which are the same thing that you get on the video version, but you don't have to watch us. You can put us in your earbuds while you're driving to work, while you're working out at the gym, yada, yada, yada. Any other time that you just don't want to see us ugly faces talking at you.
Yeah. And they change every single week, so you can put them all on a playlist, and you can get caught up at the end of the week just by listening to us tell you what happened on the shows. You can also want to stay over here, though, because we do have videos that are only videos.
How about that?
We don't do podcast versions of pay-per-view predictions, top fives, pay-per-view reviews, sometimes pay-per-view reviews, but not very often.
Ain't gonna do it.
That's why you subscribe to the channel.
I'll bitch slap you before we do that.
You also want to check out Reasonable Wrestling Fans.
It's reasonable with a W. Like wrestling.
Where you get extra YouTube-ier stuff. Not us sitting down talking about what happened throughout the week. That's us, talking about who would win out of Dean Malenko and Mike Quackenbush, or what are we getting in the newest Wrestle Crate, or what's pissing us off this week about Monday Night Raw, even though we do that on Raw, but, sometimes we do stuff like that. But we're going to be posting more videos now that it is a brand new year.
That is our resolution.
So let us know what types of videos you want to see. We'll do our best to try and get some of the fan-submitted
Still voting for the I Punch Him video.
Yeah, I really
Free preview? Just kidding.
I mean, you can try it. I didn't like it last night. Go ahead, give it a shot.
No.
Give it a shot.
No.
Give it a shot. Fine. Don't vote for that video. It's a stupid video. But we have other videos over there, so let us know what you want to see. Comment on videos over there. Comment over here. Let us know what you want to check out. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Bye-bye.
Fuck Mojo Raleigh.
Yeah, do that, all that stuff.